Hello, Guilford. I'm Ashley Lynch with GNN, and this was your week. Good reports for Guilford College. Guilford has a total headcount of 2,706 for the spring semester, 155 students above the number anticipated for the 2010-2011 college budget. Enrollment numbers were official February 1st. A record number of adults returned from the fall 2010 semester, 1,036. The adult spring headcount is the second highest ever for any semester. The fall to spring persistent rate was 92% for the traditional students and 84% for adults. This continues the trend of improvement persistent for both traditional and adult students. The improvement is largely due to the increased focus on student success, says Vice President for Enrollment Randy Doss. While Guilford's flexibility and unique academic programs continue to attract new students, we also focus on serving the students who are already here, Doss said. On Wednesday, February 9th, an info panel on revolution in North Africa and the Arab world was held from 1:30 to 3 p.m. in Bryan Jr. Auditorium and the Frank Family Science Center. The panel was held by Guilford faculty and students on the revolutionary events unfolding in Egypt and beyond. Panelists Dia Abdu, Assistant Professor of English, Robert Duncan, Assistant Professor of Political Science, and Max Carter, Director of the Friends Center Campus Ministry Coordinator, presented. Big news for President Kent Shabatar as well. On February 1st, Shabatar joined the board of the National Association of Independent Colleges and Universities and will chair the NAICU Task Force on Financial Responsibility. He was elected to the board by the other college presidents to represent Region 4 in the Southeast. With a membership of more than 900 institutions, NAICU is the principal group that represents the interests of independent higher education to the federal government and national media. The task force will work with the U.S. Department of Education to improve the department's financial responsibility test. Members of the task force include senior officials from the National Association of College and University Business Officers, Council of Independent Colleges, State Independent College Association, and individual institutions. And now for sports news. On Saturday, February 5th, 3 of Guilford's women's basketball players scored 15 points apiece as Guilford, who notched its 5th win in the past 7 games, turned away Virginia Wesleyan with a final score of 68-55 in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Gabby Oglesby led the way for Guilford with 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 blocked shots. Lauren Lefevers and Jaslyn Gibbs also scored 15 for the Quakers. Guilford returns to action February 11th, hosting ODAC rival Washington and Lee University at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Reagan Brown Fieldhouse. On Saturday 5th, Joshua Farah and Jonathan Smith set Guilford College records at the Nishawagwa Invitational, which concluded Saturday at the Memorial Center of East Tennessee State University. Farah, a sophomore, ran the 400-meter dash, beating teammate Michael Farr, placed 69th in the 108-man race and had the 4th fastest time among the NCAA Division III contestants. Smith, a freshman, turned in a time of 22.7 seconds in the 200 meters. He had the fastest Division III time in the field, which consisted of 148 runners in 27 heats. Freshman Taylor Stokes represented Guilford's women's team and ran the 5,000 meter in 19 to 16 seconds, which ranked 35th in the 65 women field. The Quakers returned to action Friday, February 12th at the Vice Brown Invitational. On February 2nd, Guilford's men's basketball beat Roanoke College with a score of 72-70. T.C. Anderson made the 3 free throws, and let's do that one over.
Whenever you're ready.
On February 2nd, Guilford's men's basketball team beat Roanoke College with a score of 72-70. T.C. Anderson made 3 free throws and a key steal in the final 40 seconds of overtime to lead Guilford College to victory. Anderson's play helped the Quakers win for the 9th time in 11 games, despite squandering a 17-point second-half lead. Also added to the win to the Quakers, Toby Akinsola made 2 free throws and grabbed a defensive rebound. The Quakers returned into action Wednesday, February 9th against Washington and Lee University at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Guilford's annual benefit game for the V Foundation for Cancer Research. And now for world news. An update on the situation in Egypt. Demonstrations have continued due to the lack of political change and President Mubarak's refusal to resign from power. There have been at least 297 people killed since the protests began over 2 weeks ago. Keep your eye open for updates. According to a CNN article, in Japan, an upcoming sumo wrestling tournament has been canceled due to a match fixing scandal. The decision came after 3 wrestlers admitted to rigging the fights. According to a chairman of the Japan Sumo Association, this scandal left the worst dirty point in the longest history of sumo. In U.S. news, the White House said that they are hoping to invest $53 billion over 6 years in high-speed trains. Vice President Biden stated that the plan would help create thousands of more jobs and would reach 80% of the United States. And that's all for this week's news. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's broadcast.